What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode here on the MI Gardener channel. I'm really excited to film this episode because it's going to be shorter and we're going to start doing more shorter videos in the following gardening season. And so I wanted to start off, just kind of feel out how you like it. They're going to be shorter and longer videos. So those that like shorter videos will be hopefully satisfied by videos like this, and those that like longer videos will hopefully be satisfied by the longer videos as well. We're gonna kind of intermingle them throughout the week so that you all are happy, because realize that you can't always make everybody happy, right? So in this episode, we're gonna quickly talk about how we combine perennials and annuals. It's something that not a lot of people are doing, and it's something that you can have great benefits from doing. But if you do it wrong, you can greatly damage your perennials. In fact, you can even kill them and prevent them from coming back, because perennials will come back year after year. That's why they're perennial. Annuals will die when the season turns cold or when their lifespan is done, and they'll drop their seed and that's it. So what you want to do is, when you're growing perennials and annuals, is you want to do it correctly. Don't grow annuals like carrots. Don't grow annuals like potatoes or things that have big root systems like your root vegetables. Don't grow those next to your perennials, because what you don't want to do, the only thing that you don't want to do, is you do not want to damage the root system. As long as you don't damage the root system, your perennials will be fine. Now, obviously there are things like light and things like that. So maybe a giant corn plant might not be a good idea, or a giant tomato plant might not be a good idea. But within reason, you know what your light requirements are for the perennials you're growing. The main thing that we are concerned about is the root system. So behind us, we actually grew some marigolds in here. And the marigolds do awesome things for perennials. They've been proven to deter aphids, spider mites, rabbits, as well as some of your more your strawberry loving friends like birds. The scent of the marigolds typically will be a little bit of a deterrent, as well as deer as well. That's never guaranteed, but we like to go as organic as possible and use the things that Mother Nature has gifted us to our advantage and to our success. And so we interplanted marigolds in here, and marigolds are a great plant that we try to interplant everywhere, but they're very tricky in a perennial bed because the root system is very aggressive. And so I'm going to simply show you what we do at the end of the season that a lot of people make the mistake of doing, and it causes way more harm than good, when there's a very, very simple solution. And the simple solution is pruners. So it's something that, a lot of people just overlook. I don't know why a lot of people think they have to pull out their garden. You don't have to pull out your garden. Perennials and annuals are different in the sense that perennials will come back year after year. Annuals, once they die, they are dead. So if you leave the stalk and the roots, if you leave like the stump and the roots still in the soil, they will simply break down, deteriorate. They will feed the soil, meaning they'll actually fertilize your garden, and it will reduce all the damage because you're not ripping up the plant, damaging the root system, and kind of ripping out the roots of the perennials that they really need to overwinter. So let's go back and I'll show you all that we do to get our perennials and annuals kind of ready for winter when it comes time to pulling them out. All right, so we got our beautiful marigold plant here, and instead of taking it and just pulling it up and ripping it, because there's roots that are probably extending out about 6 to 10 inches on each side in diameter, so this would damage so many plants around here. So what we want to do is just simply take our pruners, bend the plant back at the base of the soil, and voila. There you go. Okay, hold on, we got a runner. Okay, that runner was damaged, obviously, because it was climbing into the marigold plant. But that was just a runner, which we'll have a video on, the next video coming up, actually. So we basically took out that whole marigold plant without actually having to rip anything up. And you can see here, the damage is minimal. There's no damage to the soil. The roots are left intact. They will break down worms and other microbes, and bacteria will break down the roots that are left here. They will simply rot. They will feed the surrounding plants, and the root systems of these perennials are left undamaged. It is really that simple. So really, I want you guys to implement this. Planting perennials and annuals together can be a very great way to increase production in your garden. And so many people just choose not to do it because they're worried about the negative repercussions of the end of the season. What do I do? So look at that. Perfect. Left completely untouched. And you had the benefits of the marigolds. You had the bed filled out with perennial strawberries, and the two had no problem with each other. So there you go. It is really that simple to grow perennials and annuals together. Like I said, just remember to follow these tips to not plant things like potatoes and carrots and root vegetables that are annuals next to your perennials, because that will require you to lift them out of the ground. But growing things like marigolds or even kale or things like that, just clip it off at the end of the season and your perennials will stay perennial in the ground untouched, and you'll still get the benefits of the annuals throughout the growing season. So I hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new. And as always, this is Luke from the MI Gardener channel reminding you to grow big or go home. I'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.